Hello and welcome to the end of Sprint 2 demo video for IDOT's Chicken Welfare Dashboard. So far we've completed 2 sprints of work on this dashboard and have some really cool visualizations and scoring done. So starting with some of the stuff we covered in Sprint 1, we have some data that has been graphically displayed using Dash and Plotly. For instance, we are on the water data page. Currently, we have a chart of the nipple strike count for all 16 microphones in one of the chicken houses we have data for. And as you can see, we can kind of zoom in here to view different parts of this in more detail and kind of get a general idea of the water consumption happening within this house around this area. We also have something similar for vocal data. Here we have the chirp count, which is the number of chirps that a certain microphone is picking up. And you can see it's kind of a similar graph to the nipple strike data. We believe there was a water issue around this time period in this house. We also have a comparison chart of all 16 microphones in the house, so you can see if something was isolated to a specific area in the house. These are just kind of general data tools that you can use to view what is happening in the house and everything else. And then we also have some machine data. Here's just the temperature for this house for the duration the flock was in there. So we had a little drop in temperature and then drops throughout the year. And then moving into Sprint 2, we got a little more detailed into some scoring. So here you can see we have nutritional health and like health for the 4 houses. And these will eventually display the scores for the 4 houses here on the home page. And an example of what this will eventually look like, we have scores for the nutritional health by house. So these are out of 100. And you can see like house 1 is 64, house 2 is 69, house 3 is 68, house 4 is 68. These are all based on factors of fan speed, weight gain, weight, feed, water, and temperature. And this is at the end of the flock dates. We can easily back this up and it should update to where we are now. And basically we can scale it back to certain dates and view how this has changed over time for the nutritional health of the house. And you see it changed there. It does take a minute to update at the moment. And then we will have something similar for like health by the house. We have an algorithm set up for that. We just need to put it into implementation. That was supposed to be done during Sprint 2, but it will now be pushed to Sprint 3 or added to Sprint 3 due to some other issues happening during Sprint 2 that we had to work with. So that will be done very shortly and very early on into Sprint 3. And that is a decent overview of everything we have up through Sprint 2. Thank you.